Hey guys, if you hesitate to pick up ANVIL Vault Breakers, it's time to get on the action. Warning, this game is really addictive and you might lose some friends or family members if you don't control yourself. So if you're on board, I'm gonna break down the game for you and get you familiar with everything you need to know to get you started. So let's go. Alright, first thing first, once you start the game, you will be dropped to this area which you can call your base station. This is where you start to familiarize yourself with the game, the character classes, the skills, the gadget, etc, etc. Now, in the bottom of the screen, you can see all your corresponding skills for your character. If you want to see what they do, just press the corresponding button and be amazed or disappointed, whatever. On the bottom left of the screen, it's the player info, where you can invite your friends and also check the challenges for your character. On the bottom right side of the screen, we have the menu. And I would say before you start messing around with anything, my first advice to you is to check out the controls. Simply because you need to familiarize yourself with the controls to be able to know how to use them and when to use them. You cannot or should not rely on smashing buttons, as every skill must be used strategically because they are on a cooldown. Consequently, this can be the difference between failing an exploration and or successfully completing an exploration. So, do yourself a favor, hit the menu, go to control, and see what each button does for your particular system, especially if you are new to these types of games. For example, on controllers, you are used to the right trigger button being your firing button. It's different in this game since your right analog stick is what you need to use to fire your weapons. It might take you some getting used to though. Of course, you can try to customize the buttons if you go to menu, then to settings, and then controller or keyboard mouse, whichever input device you're going to use. But the point is, you need to familiarize yourself with the controls. Now that we got that out of the way, right in front of you, you have this hologram looking character that says operate. This is where you check your progress. It's kind of like a season pass progression system. Almost every 2 levels, you can earn some skill points to upgrade your character's skill trees, which we will talk about momentarily. But the more you play, the more you will progress. Now, to the front, left, center, and right, we have the following: data, breakers, toy workers, and upgrades. Let's go from left to right, starting with data. Alright guys, in the data console, this is where you can check out what those things do. Like the relic, you can check to see what every relic does as far as the kind of advantage, the benefits that they give you in the game. This is where you want to check it out. That way when you see them in game and you can try to use them or whatnot, and then you can find them in different planets. Like there are different ones you can find in different planets. Some have more than others, whereas some has fewer than others. But you can also check for weapons and see what every weapon does in the game. You can check between the categories, like you write down you have rifle, you have shotgun, or you can just go stay where it says all and then just scroll down and see what each and every single kind of weapons in the game does. And also you can check in here your skill upgrades and see for each character to see what kind of upgrades you're gonna have and what they're going to do. So you can check each character individually, your favorite character, and check out to see what you can do when you are playing the game. Now, as far as that is concerned, that's all that the data console does. Now let's go to the breakers. In the breakers, this is where you can see all the breakers you have available to you. As you can see, when you first start the game, you have limited amount of breakers to play with. So you only have 3 to play with. And those are the ones that you have available to you in the beginning of the game. We have Jungler, we also have the Guillotine, and we also have Elsa. But if you're looking for an extra character when you start the game, I have a video that I made about a code you can have unlock an extra character, and for me I unlock this one. So if you need this code, just check out the video and then you will know how to get the code and also unlock it in the game. Now, when it comes to the characters, you also have something called relics. And in order for you to actually activate the relics when you find them in the game and mission, every time you kill a boss, you have a chance to replicate the relic. This is where you come to actually activate the relic. For instance, on my character Elsa right here, if I want to activate the relics, I press on the Y, as you can see the relic on the right side. And then here, this is where you can equip the relic. Just choose the one that's gonna fit your playstyle, or the one that you feel like that is most beneficial to your character. So you get the option to choose. The more you unlock, the more options you're going to have. And that's all about the relics and all the character. Now, if you want to see what every character does and what kind of character they are, you can check them out right here. But in this game, you have three types of character you can play with. You can play with some of the characters that are fast, some of the characters that are kind of slow with melee, a lot of damage and stuff like that. And you can also play with the character that's kind of medium and whatnot. You can look on the internet to see what everybody is saying or which one is better. But the main thing is you know what you like, and this is the one that you have to choose. Now we go to toy workers. When you go to the toy workers, this is where you got those little pet or robots, and you can use them to give you some benefit while you're playing the game. You can go through them and then see which one you want to use. But to unlock one of them, you will need 2,000 of the vault points in order for you to unlock them. As you can see, I only have 1,400 vault points, so I need 2,000, so I can't unlock one yet. So but check them out and then save your vault points, and then when the time comes, I would say it's going to be to great benefit to actually unlock one to go with you everywhere that you go, and then you can get the benefit that they provide. Now, as far as the upgrades, you go to the upgrades, we're talking about the skill points. This is where you can use your skill points, and based on the season pass or whatever system they use, you can get those skill points for every about 2 levels. And sometimes you get 3 skill points, sometimes you only get 1. So basically you come here, and then based on what your play style is, and you can use your points accordingly. So if you want your weapon to have more power, for instance, you can come here and add all your skill points to that. But if you want some kind of a defensive way to play the game, then you can add your skill points to that. Now in the beginning, I would say just kind of put 1 point in what you think is important. Like for instance, you want some defense, you also want some strategic. Just check them out to see which one you want to play with, and based on your character, just use your skill points accordingly. Now that is pretty much what we have for the base station, our base. Now when it comes to the exploration, you have different planets. You're gonna unlock the first one, and then you go to the second one, and then to the third one. But as you can see right now, I only have 2 unlocked, but you have to beat the exploration in order for you to unlock the next one. When it comes to progressing, you can play solo or you can play with a team. So to me, it's easier to play with a team, but if you can find anybody, you can play solo. So in order for you to go to matchmaking, you have to start the planet that you are on, and then look for party member, as it says down there, and then you'll be able to matchmake with some other people. But you can only have 1 on the first planet, but on the second planet, you'll be able to have more than 1 person come to your party. So you have 3, and as it says maximum of 3 players there. And then when you get to the to this planet right here, you won't be able to see anything because you haven't unlocked it. So once you unlock it, you'll be able to play with 4 people in a party. But as far as that is concerned, I think it is easier to play in a team. You can progress a lot faster. But if you want to play with your friends, you can invite your friends by doing this. And depends on the planet that you are, you can invite as many as 4. Now, when it comes to playing the game, you want to make sure that you are using everything that you get at your disposal in order to play the game. But look on the ground, you always see those little barrels. You need to make sure that you are shooting those barrels, because they are the one that's going to give you some resources to upgrade stuff, to buy upgrades while you are playing the game. So you got to make sure that you use to kill those bells. And beside those bells, there are other things around the arena that you can go and upgrade your character or upgrade your power and stuff like that. So you need to make sure you keep an eye on all those things. Now, there are also some pets you can play with to help you fight the game. So make sure you just take advantage of everything that is available in the game to your benefit. Other than that, guys, I think that is basically all the basics that you need to know about the game, all the things that you need to do. Now, the thing that is left for you to do is to go out there, find a team or play solo, and then go smash them out. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully this video was helpful. I will see you guys later.